What's good, WrestledelphiaTV? Mark White here with Demetrius, Gerald. About to talk some WWE 2K15 for PlayStation 4. Next gen version just came out tonight. Got it at midnight, and we played it for 2 hours. And the best part of playing that game was turning it off. Yeah, it was everything that I expected. I've been reading reviews for the past for the past couple weeks about the old gen version, PS3, Xbox 360, the big 5.9 that IGN gave them, and a couple other bad reviews across the way. And I came across a litany of features that was taken out of the next gen version. Came across that today. Knew what I was getting into, expected disappointment, but still there was a little glimmer of hope that the $80+ I was putting out for the game and the season pass, which I should not have gotten, I thought that maybe there was a chance that it'd be a decent game. And 2 hours later, here we are, pissed that I got it. Just absolutely... absolutely angry I got this game, and yeah, granted, we're coming off of only 2 hours of playing it, but I mean, really, it was difficult. It was
stiff. It's so stiff. The gameplay is, the running is stiff, the moves are stiff, the counters are stiff. There's no fluidity to it like it was in the last game. It's just very disappointing.
I think that's the biggest disappointment about this installment is 2K14 was awesome. It was arguably one of the best, if not the best, WWE franchised video game. Yeah, we could talk about the N64 days with WrestleMania 2000, No Mercy, and stuff like that, and some of the older, the older SmackDowns. They were awesome, but 2K14 had it all. It had the fluidity that he was talking about. It had a great roster, I thought. Graphics, of course, this day and age, it's really hard to mess up the graphics. The graphics were on point. It was solid, felt great. The community creation tool was probably the best out of any video game. Just the stuff you could do, what you could create and share, and the freedom to do so it was outstanding last year. And then this year we had planned. I have scripts written, dialogue, text for a playable storyline for you guys that we will not get to do because that is one of the features that was taken out of the game. You can't make storylines. But I digress. Because there's gonna be a lot that I think you're gonna be disappointed to hear. You probably already read about it, and you just frankly want to scratch your head. The Shield. The Shield. The Shield, if you don't know, which you do, you should, or you shouldn't be watching this, because you should be informed. The Shield was a tag team that months ago, there's stable, a faction, that broke up after Seth Rollins double-crossed members Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. In the game, they're still a tag team.
Not only are they still a tag team, there was a cut scene of Rollins giving the rant that he was giving when Seth Rollins, when Ambrose was giving the promo when they broke up.
There's a loading screen of Dean Ambrose holding the mic. The Raw after Seth Rollins did what he did, cut the promo on Seth Rollins. But they're in the tag team in the game. And I was okay with this. I was okay. I really didn't. You use PS3 owners and Xbox 360 owners. Nothing against you. Granted, you deserve a great game. That's just the world we live in. We all deserve great games when you're paying $60 for them. But I wasn't, I wasn't disappointed when I heard that the old generation version had the Shield as a tag team. I was optimistic that the next gen version that they delayed a couple weeks. I would think they would have that fixed because it's pretty easy. The WWE didn't do much with Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins in terms of attire, or music, or videos, or entrances, or anything like that. I mean, pretty basic stuff that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
By from the point that the music hits to getting down to the ring. Nope.
I don't think that's the biggest indictment. The biggest indictment, not keeping it updated, is the Jack Swagger not doing the We the People.
I know we're sounding nitpicky, but I mean,
it's little things like that that make the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Reasons why we go and buy it.
And the reason I went and bought it was satisfied, though. Bray Wyatt, his entrance was on point.
Yep.
Great entrance. Coming out with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, who, I believe, I did not play as them, come out to, he's got the whole world in his hands, their redo of it with the guitars, which I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, came after the Seth Rollins, breakup with the Shield. I don't know. I could be wrong. But it just, I mean, they had that for the Wyatts. They were on point with the Wyatts, who aren't even a tag team anymore. But that's not their fault. But you would think they would have the little things right. I've never seen, and I'm wearing gray for a reason. For CM Punk, who, in the next gen version, I'm not sure what it's like for the old generation, but the next gen version comes out in a nice, newly, clean gray hoodie that has nothing on it, that he's never worn, never will wear. Probably a product of their licensing dispute.
I'm surprised they had the imaging up in the background. I thought they just would have had the music play and him come out.
Yeah, they really didn't think this game over, in my opinion. 2K, major step back. I don't know how you even take. I don't know how you take a step back like this when you had so much going right. I don't know. I mean, it's literally the video game manifestation of the Raw after WrestleMania. So much hope. And here we are in WWE 2014, and in WWE video gaming in 2014. We talked about the cosmetics, and that is what it is. And granted, the community creations are already made. You can make Dean Ambrose, you can have him wear jeans and stuff, and you can have Seth Rollins look like a water bug, and you can just how they look now.
They didn't have the Power Ranger outfit up there though.
No, they didn't have the Power Ranger.
Roman Reigns Power Ranger outfit.
There's Sub-Zero outfit in a way, but you can download all that stuff, but it shouldn't be for us to create it. It should be already in the game.
Mm-hmm. They had months.
They did have months and months, and the gameplay. The gameplay, I think, is. That's where they took the biggest step back. I don't agree with the whole QTE Shenmue-esque, if you know what Shenmue is, where you have to press buttons at a certain time to complete the sequence, start of the match, where it starts off grappling and you have to hold the trigger down in a certain position for a longer period of time than your opponent. I don't agree with that. It doesn't make for a match that flows, in my opinion. It's a lot of just...
And they've gone so far away from that in the real wrestling. It's not even relevant. So why would they put it in the game?
Yeah, it's... granted, they want to extend the matches and not just have it be, a wash from the start. But I think a good point is the match that you had with Brock Lesnar. It was, I believe, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, and he really, really dominated Brock. And I would have liked a little bit more AI in that, where Brock, was legitimately a tougher opponent, even though he was using Roman Reigns. I think Brock should still be a pretty tough opponent, and he wasn't for Demetrius. And my matches, it was just weird finishes. The way it was just a weird game. It was a weird 2 hours. It was for me. I mean, it's like a waste of money. And I thought about giving you guys the game, giving one of you whoever subscribes, just sending you the copy. But I'm not a bad person, so I don't want to do that. That's why we're making this review, so you don't go out and waste your money. And granted, you might like it. There are some redeeming qualities, and obviously the graphics are pretty good.
The Authority made very sure that Triple H looked very real in this game.
Yeah, Triple H is. I mean,
he might as well have walked down the apron himself. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that was awesome, and there's some cool features. Like I can't wait to take a mold of a screenshot and be able to embed that onto a character model and make my create my character and play that through the career mode. I think that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I think that'll redeem it a little bit. You going through NXT, you making your way up. Just that process. The gameplay is still going to be lacking, but that process is a cool feature that they added.
Yeah, and I mean the showcase mode. That's a fun way, I believe, to go through some of the storied rivalries in WWE history. But it comes down to, I think, a couple things. If you were to get it, if you've never played a WWE game, if you haven't played WWE 2K15, and you don't understand, you weren't exposed to kind of the successes that title had over this one. I think you're not gonna see the nitpicky stuff that we're seeing, and you'll be able to enjoy it. If you're somebody that's played this series, this franchise over the years, and you've seen it kind of go up and down and up and down, like the WWE stock, I think that's when you're going to be disappointed. They took out a lot, and I don't understand why they did that, and I don't understand why I bought it, knowing what it was going to be. But
you were optimistic, my friend.
I was optimistic. I thought that commercial, their trailer made it seem really good, and yeah, it just wasn't. I think if we have to give it anything out of a 10, it's John Cena kicks out at 2. I think that's what it would be, a 2 out of 10 for me, personally. And yeah, granted, it's coming off of 2 hours. I'm not, trying to get you not to buy the game. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. And my honest opinion is it wasn't that fun. Maybe it'll get fun later. I'm gonna, like I told you, I'll do the career mode thing, and I'll do the showcase and try to unlock the superstars. And I got the season pass, so I have to make the best of it. But yeah, for me, definitely was like buying Destiny a second time.
I think this is the worst wrestling game since Day of Reckoning on the GameCube, which is by far the worst game I've ever played. It was hacky like this. The gameplay was awful. The only thing I think that's better is they went so far into the graphics that they just completely forgot about everything else.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good assessment. Like I said, graphically, it's as good as as it could get at this point in time. I'm sure the next year's title won't be. I think they'll balance things out a little bit better. This year's, I mean, it was tough. But you if you like creating things and you like, you just enjoy playing and you're not noticing the little things and it doesn't bother you. Like, I mean, we're just nitpicky. We're that kind of fan. Sorry, but yeah, give it a try. Give it a try.
If you want to be optimistic, and I know this is supposed to be more of a wrestling critique than anything, but every system that goes to next gen, the first few games are always crap. It's always
that is true.
There's always the sequels after the first games come out that are good. There's outliers like Halo when it first came out and stuff like that, but the first go around, they always mess up, and they usually fix it the next time. So hopefully 2K16 will be more desirable than this one.
Yeah, definitely red box it. Do whatever you can, rent it.
Gamefly, whatever.
Gamefly.
Don't own it.
Yeah, don't own it. Give it a try. Make your decision. Don't go out and get the season pass. Yeah, granted, you get Paige. You get a couple of cool characters, and we did not get Paige tonight.
Did not get Paige.
And Sting's character was, I don't know. I wasn't that thrilled.
You know what? I lied. I think that's the thing that pissed me off the most. You couldn't use the bat. You couldn't even find the bat.
Yeah, I couldn't find the bat. But we're not gonna give any of you viewers the game. We like to do contests and stuff. If you subscribe, you can win something. It's not gonna be a game because we care about you. But, and give me 1 second.
By the way, I'm jealous of whoever wins this. I want this thing so bad.
If you followed along through this video, which I doubt a lot of you have, but skip to the end or do whatever you want. You'll see in the description box anyway. You can win something. But if you subscribe to us here on YouTube, you can win a copy. One of you will get Ring of Honor Global Wars. Great, couple hours of wrestling, highlighted by Adam Cole versus Kevin Steen for the ROH World Championship. And this is a product of Ring of Honor DVD, where
an entertaining wrestling company.
Yeah, very entertaining wrestling company. If you have not seen it, but they joined forces with New Japan Pro Wrestling, pretty much the WWE in Japan. If you don't know that, and they had a kind of combined show where some Ring of Honor stars would wrestle New Japan stars. For instance, Shinsuke Nakamura and Jado versus Hiroshi Tanahashi and Jushin Thunder Liger, who is
awesome,
pretty much the Hulk Hogan of Japan.
Yep,
in my opinion. But yeah, a lot of good stuff. Go ahead, win it. Subscribe. We'll pick one of you, send it out. Doesn't cost you anything. I even pay for the shipping. But that was our WWE 2K15 review. Don't forget to like us on Twitter. No, like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. And click on the little ticket icon above and visit Wrestledelphia.com. A lot of cool stuff on that. But we'll be talking to you guys shortly. And have a good night. See you.